Hello, sir.
Oh,
Here we check.
thank you. Wow. But there's one thing I know for sure, guys, is since I've been in Malaysia 2 days, the people incredibly nice and kind. Wow. Oh, yes.
Ramai pelancong asing datang ke Malaysia dengan bayangan bahawa Kuala Lumpur hanyalah sebuah bandar. Asia biasa, panas, sibuk dan penuh dengan bangunan konkrit. Namun sebaik sahaja mereka tiba, pandangan itu mula berubah. Dari jendela teksi yang bergerak perlahan, mereka melihat sesuatu yang tidak mereka sangka. Kota ini bukan sekadar pusat ekonomi, tetapi nadi kehidupan yang berdenyut dengan tenaga, warna dan senyuman. Saat mata mereka memandang menara Kuala Lumpur yang berdiri megah, menara berkembar Petronas yang berkilauan di bawah cahaya matahari, dan jalan-jalan yang dipenuhi pelbagai bangsa berjalan bersama dalam harmoni. Mereka mula faham kenapa Kuala Lumpur disebut sebagai salah satu bandar paling unik di dunia. Ada sesuatu yang istimewa di sini. Kuala Lumpur hidup bukan kerana kemewahan, tetapi kerana jiwanya. Ia bukan kota yang membanggakan dirinya dengan kemajuan, tetapi dengan keseimbangan antara moden dan tradisi, antara kelajuan dan ketenangan. Bagi mereka yang baru pertama kali datang, saat malam tiba di Bukit Bintang atau Dataran Merdeka, rasa kagum itu sukar digambarkan. Lampu neon yang berwarna-warni, aroma makanan jalanan, dan alunan musik dari pelbagai budaya bercampur menjadi satu irama. Irama, Kuala Lumpur yang meriah tetapi tenang pada masa yang sama.
Baiknya orang Malaysia terhadap wisatawan. Gue lagi keliling-keliling di mall di Malaysia. Nah, enaknya di mall-mall Malaysia itu ya, sangat-sangat sangat-sangat friendly sama orang-orang yang datang bukan dari negara ini karena tidak punya paketan data. Jadi hampir di semua mall dan di semua tempat di Malaysia, terutama di Kuala Lumpur, gua nggak tahu di kota-kota lain, itu wifi-nya free tanpa password. Jadi dimanapun lu berada di mall di Kuala Lumpur pasti free wifi, bisa lu pakai kapanpun, selama apapun, mau ngapain pun itu bisa semua. Jadi gue seneng tuh ada di Kuala Lumpur. Jadi kayaknya nanti ketika gue nyampe rumah, kayaknya password wifi gue buka deh biar orang-orang yang membutuhkan wifi di sekitar rumah gue, ya udah gue kasih aja, toh bayarnya tetap sama kan. Toh di rumah gue juga yang make paling cuma istri gue doang sama anak gue buat nonton YouTube di TV. Jadi kayak akan gue buka password gue. Jadi buat kalian yang punya password wifi nanti janganlah berpelit-pelit, bongkar aja, udah buka aja, nggak usah pakai password tuh deh. Buat apa sih di dunia, ya Allah.
Dalam video yang direkam, pelancong asing itu tidak dapat menahan rasa kagum. Mereka berkata, "Kami tidak sangka Kuala Lumpur seindah ini. Setiap sudut kota bagaikan hidup. Dari menara pencakar langit yang berdiri, megah hingga lorong kecil yang dipenuhi aroma nasi lemak dan sate, semuanya mencipta suasana yang sukar ditemui di mana-mana tempat lain." Mereka melihat bagaimana rakyat Malaysia menikmati kehidupan, berjalan bersama keluarga di taman, bersantai di tepi sungai di River of Life, atau sekadar duduk di kafe sambil bersembang dalam pelbagai bahasa. Di sini, mereka melihat kemajuan tanpa kehilangan jiwa. Apa yang membuat mereka lebih terkejut ialah cara bandar ini menyatukan perbezaan. Dalam satu pandangan, mereka melihat masjid, kuil, dan gereja berdiri berdekatan tanpa konflik. Mereka melihat orang Islam, Cina, India, dan pelbagai bangsa berkongsi ruang tanpa rasa curiga. Mereka merasakan Kuala Lumpur bukan sekadar kota, tetapi cerminan kehidupan yang harmoni. Seorang pelancong berkata dengan nada kagum, "Kami datang mencari pemandangan indah, tetapi kami temui sesuatu yang lebih indah, rakyatnya." Baginya, Kuala Lumpur bukan sekadar destinasi, tetapi pengalaman yang meninggalkan kesan mendalam.
So since we've been back in Malaysia, I've realised how strong the British values here are. Malaysian people, I would say, quite safely, are almost as British as we are. I mean, I could probably tell you 5 different facts now that probably make the Malaysian people more British than the British are, essentially. The first one is the English language. It's estimated that over 65% of Malaysians speak English. They're absolutely fantastic English speakers and surely one of the best in the world. I mean, come to England and you'll find out that some people really struggle to speak the British or English language, even some of the locals. The next one is the Premier League. Right, Premier League is a massive thing in Malaysia. Did you know that apparently there's over 10 million fans of the Premier League in Malaysia? Malaysian population is just over 30 million, making over a third of the population of Premier League supporters. Hey mate, it's mad, isn't it? The royal family. When the Queen died, you know, there was a bit of national mourning and condolences for the British Queen. You know, in Pahang they were flying the flags half-mast, and the Petronas Towers turned purple to commemorate the Queen. Talk to anyone English, and some English people will turn around and say to you that they didn't really care at all. But here in Malaysia, there were big fans of the Queen, or there were a lot of condolences. Tea. Right, now if you know British people, tea is a massive thing to be. It's kind of being British, essentially. But did you know Malaysia is one of the biggest tea consumers in the world? And in fact, if you ask a British person probably what the national drink is, he'll say a cup of tea. And in Malaysia, you know what it is? They'll probably say teh tarik, making it maybe even more British than we are. The other one, and the final one, is memorials and British architecture. There is a real love for it. If you go to Taiping, if you go to Ipoh, there's always something British. If you go to Kelly's Castle, you know, it's a massive thing. And check out the war memorials here too as well. You know, Malaysian people, you guys, I swear, you have more love for it than we do. I think you guys are maybe more British than us British are.
Kuala Lumpur bukan sahaja milik rakyat Malaysia, tetapi milik dunia yang ingin memahami makna sebenar kemodernan yang berjiwa. Setiap kali pelancong asing datang, mereka membawa pulang satu cerita yang sama. Cerita tentang kota yang hidup dengan senyum, bukan bising. Tentang pembangunan yang tidak melupakan manusia. Tentang bandar yang terus bergerak ke depan, tetapi masih tahu berhenti untuk menghargai masa kini. Dan itulah rahasia keindahan Kuala Lumpur. Ia bukan semata-mata keindahan yang boleh direkam kamera, tetapi keindahan yang dapat dirasakan di hati. Ketika pelancong asing berdiri di tepi KLCC, park sambil melihat pantulan menara kembar di permukaan tasik, ramai antara mereka hanya mampu diam. Dalam diam itulah mereka sedar bahawa mereka sedang berada di tempat yang luar biasa. Sebuah bandar yang membuktikan kemajuan dan kemanusiaan boleh berjalan seiring. Kuala Lumpur bukan sekadar nama di peta. Ia adalah pengalaman yang membuat sesiapa sahaja ingin kembali.
Something I really love about Malaysia, as someone who's lived in Malaysia for about half my life, no, it's not the food, it's not the people. Yes, I do love them all, but there is something that I think not many foreigners know about. And that is, of course, that once you come to Malaysia, you don't have to go outside of Malaysia. That means you don't have to go outside of Malaysia to get some medical procedure done. You don't have to go outside of Malaysia to get anything done, because actually Malaysia is advanced to such a level where it practically has everything that you might imagine to the top level. For example, 2 weeks ago I went to get a hair transplant done. By the way, have a look. All the redness is gone. I'm feeling completely fine. That's because it was done by some of the top professionals. I've been watching videos online of people flying to Turkey to get it done, of people flying wherever else to get it done, and guess what? I've always seen those recovery videos of people looking like Megamind, you know. I was expecting to be having this kind of reaction. Lucky for me, this is how I look after 2 weeks. Obviously, everyone is gonna have a different reaction, this and that. The point is, my friends from Russia, my friends from Europe were messaging me and saying, wow, we didn't know that Malaysia has this kind of procedures. We didn't know that you can get this done in Malaysia. That's awesome. And why can it be awesome for them, by the way, is because the price in Malaysia for this top kind of quality that you can get here is reasonable. And this is just one procedure. When I was 11 years old, I had my tonsils removed here, so that's like a whole different kind of a surgery, right? And guess what? I didn't even have to pay for it. The insurance covered it. So that's another nice thing about living in Malaysia. The insurance, I guess, maybe was a little bit more generous about 10 years ago. Yeah, well, I'm not here complaining. You have everything here. You don't have a reason to even go out of here. So yeah, terima kasih Malaysia. Since I came here when I was 11 years old, still living here, and even for a vacation, Langkawi, Port Dickson, once in a while, I guess it's nice to go somewhere, yeah? But mana-mana pun boleh di sini lah, support local dan Alexi Bro, budak kampung selalu.